Okay, so muscle notes part 3, we're going to be focusing on homeostatic imbalances, which are diseases, and also the effects of aging on the muscles. Okay, so one of the homeostatic imbalances are what's known as muscular dystrophy. So this is a group of inherited diseases that really destroy the muscles themselves, where muscles enlarge due to fat and connective tissue deposits, but the actual muscle fibers that provide any contraction and strength atrophy. So you can see in these pictures here, so while they're maybe the legs might look the same size, there's no real muscle tissue left there. Duchenne muscular dystrophy is another inherited, sex-linked type of muscular dystrophy that's carried by females, but it's only expressed in males. So you can see kind of in this breakdown here where you could have a perfectly healthy mother and father, but each of them are, or the mother is the carrier. Okay, so it's transferred on that X chromosome there. So they could have perfectly healthy children and never know that they actually even carry this. Or they could have a daughter who would also be a carrier, or a son who might actually express it. And this is because that healthy daughter who's the carrier still has the other X chromosome there that would make up for the inherited problems on their other X chromosome. So it's usually diagnosed between the ages of 2 and 10. The victims usually become clumsy and fall frequently, and it progresses from the extremities upwards. So victims usually die of respiratory failure in their 20s when that reaches their diaphragm and their ability to be able to breathe. And what it's due is to a lack of cytoplasmic protein dystrophin, and there is no cure, but myoblast transfer therapy does show promise in treatment. Okay, so when you are born, or shortly after birth, muscular development reflects neuromuscular coordination. And so this means that a baby's muscles will develop as their neurology starts to develop. So as they see things and they practice moving and they practice touching and stuff like that, and that moves on and on until they get to the point where they're walking and running and riding bikes and all kinds of stuff. So it usually occurs from head to toe and proximally to distally. So they start to hold up their head, be able to, focus their eyes, turn their head from side to side, have more coordinated movements with their arms, and so on. It just moves down the body to their toes, and as they, again, learn to walk and run and all kinds of stuff. Peak natural neural control of muscle is achieved by mid-adolescence. So this is usually around junior high, high school. And athletics and training can improve neuromuscular control. So hand-eye coordination that we've all heard. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, and the more your muscles and neurological control of your muscles improves. So, women's skeletal mass makes up about 36% of their body mass, and men's skeletal muscle makes up about 42% of their body mass. So, it is a difference between males versus females in that they do just have more muscle mass than a female does. And these differences are primarily due to testosterone. And with more muscle mass, men are generally stronger than women. And body mass per unit muscle mass, however, is the same in both sexes. So that just means per unit of muscle, it's the same strength, but they just have more of it. The effect of aging on muscles. So with age, connective tissue increases, but the muscle fibers decrease. So muscles will become stringier and more sinewy. And by age 80, 50% of muscle mass is lost. And this loss of muscle mass is called sarcopenia. So the regular exercise can help reverse sarcopenia. So even if somebody is elderly, it's never too late for them to start working out. They can start lifting weights and walking, and they can really start to get that muscle mass back. And aging of the cardiovascular system also affects every organ in the body, And atherosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries, may block distal arteries, which are in the extremities, leading to intermittent claudication, which is clotting, and cause severe pain in the muscles. So by working out, they can improve their cardiovascular health and thereby have better blood flow to their extremities and not have as many of the problems with aging.